Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We Too Are Liberals movement platform. You're a distinct and dynamic platform that speaks to and for the masses. We are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we are in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. Again, this is your one and only platform, distinct platform that's in the business of decolonizing our mindset. Well, today I wanted to come back to pretty much just do another show for my people. There were a couple of people. There's a handful of individuals that I met in Liberia. I think this show is actually for both those who people would call they lead the impoverished, the downtrodden, every single individual. I think the message has to reach to everyone. So we wanted to come back today and kind of give our viewers, especially those who, were not able to maybe comprehend, understand, especially our people in Liberia, some of my people that I would kind of have, especially those are the people that I really, really want to talk to. You know what I mean? My boys in the street that they would call Zogo, the old monkey man in the market, Man Fatu at the Lapa Bido, Pa Tamba at the Plank Factory. Those are the people that I also want to talk to because they deserve to be a part of this. So we wanted to come back and kind of just talk about what we talked about yesterday because we actually just came back from Liberia, Africa for the most part. We went there for many reasons, like we said last night, reasons, but what was more important, we pretty much prioritized and made sure that our advocacy was of primary, I would say significant. We give it high priority. It was number one on the list. So we wanted to make sure we interact with our people. We drive around, and make sure that we see exactly what's going on in the country. And we did. We saw everything that's happening. The lies that I've been told, people are suffering. People suffering. I went in from the roads to the buildings, to clinics. Some people will call it hospital. And the schools. Just think about the road conditions as far as the road conditions are really, really bad. So we wanted to come back to give our people, especially our people on that side, to let them know what's going on. And even though the situation is that bad, there is still hope. So we will be talking, that the platform now has been pushed up. We're not only on Facebook, we're also on YouTube, and the YouTube link. I know that a lot of people there don't have credits and things like that, but yes, if maybe you had a friend who had a phone and for some reason like to play around the internet, you go on YouTube, you type We Too Are Liberians, and then you can just type in C.Ayiti Williams. So you just put in We Too Are Liberians. All of the videos will come up besides the video that we do on Facebook. So one of the things that I saw, I saw because I'm interested in the roadways. So from the gateway, that's the airport, the number one airport that they talk about. We saw that, like we said, we did not go there to condemn. We went there to see a host of things, and we wanted to kind of bring it to the attention of the leaders of the country, and not only that, those who are interested in seeing change in the country. We want to start having a conversation with everybody. And like we said, we're not only having these conversations, now we will also try to provide alternative solutions. So when we see these problems, we will make sure we identify them, because you know what? Makima is not only supposed to be selling kobo. The little boy, Man Fatu, not supposed to have a grandchild living in a house that don't have ceiling tile, does not have a floor, and then when it rains, the place is all, the water is all over the place, and these children are walking in the water. Some of them are going to school. They have to be selling market. We want to bring those things to the attention of the people. And not only that, I was just talking to one of my associates just now, a brother, a younger brother of mine, and we were telling him about the situation in Liberia. And it's almost like our people are in bondage. So we need to muster the courage, all of us. We're entitled to the resources that the country has. Because the real truth, Liberia is not poor. It's not a poor country. We're standing on a country that got diamond, got gold, got bauxite. Look at your coastline. Look at the rivers that we have. Look at the mountains, the hill, the green forest, the rainfall. So we have everything that we need to be better. We have everything that we need to thrive and be better in life. Because we did not come here to suffer and die. The book that everybody can read, you go into church, you need to know that. And the book in Jeremiah 29, the book said, "For I know the plans that I have for you, not to harm you, to prosper you and bring you to an expected end." Your expected end is not for you to live in one zinc shack, and then when it's raining, you and your children got to go and bring bucket and all that stuff and put under there so the rain can now, splash on you. And then maybe some of you people have to sleep on bench. Don't even have 15 chairs in your house. So we want to kind of talk about all of those things. We will be talking about it on the actual show. Yesterday I had the same conversation, but I think it was at a different level. So now tonight I want my ordinary people, my mama Fatu, Yakbaulo, my papa who sells the flank, the shoe repairer, the shoemaker. Don't feel less of yourself because you're a shoemaker or because you sell in the market. Your mom sell potato greens. Some people they were selling potato greens. They send their children to good school. They went to C.Ayiti, went to St. Patrick's, and took my hat. So it doesn't matter who your parents are. The Jesus Christ that we talk about, do you know that Jesus' dad, his earthly father was Joseph? Joseph was a carpenter. Look at Mary. Mary was this ghetto fabulous Mary. She was a younger, but that was the particular route, the person that God decided to choose. So it doesn't matter. So we'll be talking about all of that so you can build your self-esteem. Because you know what? You are first and not the last. You came here for such a time and a season to make a difference. And the book says you came here to cultivate the earth, to replenish the earth. So we are here. We represent God. We cannot sit in Liberia for the people up there who they call themselves politicians. The man say he's the president, to the speaker, the vice president. Then you have the representative, and all of that, So we want y'all to know your right. To know your right. When the people say right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, it means a lot. You gotta have affordable homes, access to health care, meaning that everybody should be able to go to the hospital in the country. Everybody should at least live in a nice little decent house where you have toilet facility in your house. Not only that, you have the toilet facility in your house, you got bathroom, you can take shower in, your children go to little good schools, and then they're safe. But what I saw in the street, I saw a lot of kids, babies selling in the street. And when you look around what they're selling, you think about it, nothing they're selling. This kid has a little candy and some kind of little, maybe plenty chips or something like that trying to sell, and just think about it. How much is it? So we saw all of those things. We want to make sure that we are not only talking about, like we say, we'll not talk the talk, but we got to walk the walk. We need programs to empower the people. And that's why this We Too movement, we're not in the business when we say manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. We said it yesterday. The country is in the position that she's in because of a couple of reasons. But the number one reason is because of the quality of persons, the quality of people that the country has produced over the years, meaning that the kind of people that we're bringing up, we're raising, and that's why the country is where she is. So your representative goes to serve you, represent you. He does not even know his function. The man does not even know who he is. And he comes, then you go there, you healing him, you're making it seem like what he's doing to you is helping you. The senator does the same thing. You know what I mean? Whoever the speaker is, up to our presidents. So we need people that will be there for you. We're not campaigning. We did not come here. We did not go there, to try to undermine the people. But what we saw, we want to talk about it. We want you to know your right, your civil rights. What belongs to you. so that you're not only selling in the market, you can be selling in the market, but you can have your nice little decent business and do it in a way that, you will benefit, your children will benefit, and everybody will benefit. Your children will be able, like I said, will be able to go to at least affordable, good schools. And when you talk about good schools where the children from kindergarten, they'll be able to learn. And when that man goes to elementary school, he goes to junior high, that people can call middle school here in America, he go to high school, he graduate, he is able to go to university and be somebody. But we don't want an educational system, the school system where your children go, from kindergarten. The guy will not even complete kindergarten. He jumps straight to the 6th grade. Quick, he wants to go to 9th grade and graduate. And the same guy who graduated, he wants to be a professor at the University of Liberia. And the girl who cannot even conjugate verb, she wants to be professor or teacher. So these are the things that we have seen and we want to bring to the table. So we can begin to talk about it and we'll find solutions to these problems. So the We Too Are Liberians movement is saying that no, we don't want this country to continue to produce people of that nature, rogues. Manufacturing players, all they wanted to have all these girlfriends instead of working the government and have all the cars. Think about it. They wear nice clothes, they go there, they sit in the house. The laws that they're making, they make it for themselves. The men make the law for themselves so you can make a lot of money. And then you don't even have a place to stay. You can't even afford food to eat. And those are just the pretty basic things that Fatu and her children need, Tamba needs, food, clothing, shelter, simple life. Our people need to have that. Then they can gravitate. The children now will move to the next level where belonging, they have the boyfriend, the girlfriend. Then they begin to also self-actualize themselves, meaning that they go to school, they learn a little trade. You can be a carpenter. You want to be plumber. You want to be mason. Whatever whoever, you choose to be. You be the best version of that stuff. And this is what we are talking about. And this is what the We Too movement is trying to push for. So the show is going to be a big show. We saw all those things. I went to Claratown. I went down Waterside. I went around the Providence Island. I saw it's a trash. To see the water. They got trash all in the waterways. You know what I mean? But these people will sit in the house, wherever they are, all they talk about. All they want to talk about, they talk about the budget for themselves. Why are you getting paid $70,000? Why are you getting paid $15,000? It is not your responsibility as a representative to send your constituents, children to school, and that way you encourage them to come to your house in the morning. You say you pay this person medical bill, pay that. People will have to be independent. We have to educate these people, cultivate them, and empower them. That's not the way to empower the people. So it means that you, the representative in the senator, you don't even know your function as a representative in the senator. So this is why we've decided that we were going to highlight, make this show highlight the things that we saw. And we want our ordinary people, Manfadu, who got the Kobo shop. Manfadu, we're here, we're talking for you. And we're not only talking for you, but we also want to make sure that you guys will be empowered. Manfadu, you got people who came from Africa, they didn't go to school, can come here and learn how to drive. They can have their businesses, they can drive around. We need to create that kind of environment in Liberia, our country that has everything that we need. So let me not jump all over the place because I know we're going to be talking about it. But let me narrow it now. Let me just talk about a little bit about the road that I saw. They said they just built an international highway, which is the Robertsfield International Highway. And I made a video down there. They have this safety, this median barrier where all in the median lane, they got this stuff all over the place. People selling all around the place. I couldn't grade that road because I don't have something they call the specification, the special provision, the drawings to say I have a yardstick to say I will use to say I'm criticizing or to measure, the deficiency on the road, how the road path. But you can see the road, Manfatu. You can see the road by Tamba. They don't even have just pavement markings on those roads to delineate or to separate who's going going north and who's coming south in both directions. You got people driving all over the place. All the kids now, they've been reduced to beggars. These kids are on motorcycle. They're on the keke, they call it. The people all over the place. People, and some of the kids are just on drugs. You got these people, they're driving on those same road, right? They're driving on the same road because some of them live right in rehab. Right in rehab there. Everywhere they live. They have their big houses in the mansion, and then they have the people living right adjacent them. Beside their houses. If you go walk outside the fence, you see the mole infested street all on the wall, and they got these babies all over the place. It's a major health problem. So, Ma Fatou Patamba, who was the shoe repairer, the plank factory, Papa, we believe in y'all. You know what I mean? And the reason why we want our children to believe in themselves, we give them plenty of examples. Obama died, came from Kenya. You know, the man who became president in America. So, begin you who in Mount Barkley, you in, it could be Marshall, wherever you find yourself. You know, you live in downtown, you live in Barnesville Estate. You can be anything. And Omar, y'all gotta, we all gotta come together, you know, and fight this fight. But we cannot continue to put the same people. No, we're not talking politics, but we gotta tell you so you can know. Because we gotta invest in the younger children that will be coming on now. We gotta make the sacrifice. And that's why one man called Muhammad Ali, the man said, he hated every moment he had to train, but he said to himself, suffer now, live the rest of my life a champion. So what we don't want here is, we do not want a country where, you know, we'll be raising beggars, we're raising prostitutes, we're raising pimps, you know, men who just want to dress, to play around, you know, to steal the money, to buy fancy cars, they wear the big watches and things like that, build a nice house. You know, build the minds before you build the houses. You know, build yourself, your human capacity, build the children before you go buy the big shoes, before you go buy all the Gucci shoes, the Gucci shirt and this and that for them to wear. So these are the things that we want to bring to the table. We educate our young people. So we're targeting the small children. The children now, mom, we have to target, we'll press the government. Because we have to invest in our primary education. So from kindergarten, we're targeting these little children into our indigenous family. The culture and the tradition will have to come back. You're not American. You're not European. You're not Chinese. You're Liberian. You know, we have our culture and the tradition that we need to bring back and re-ingrain into these kids. You know, so that the children will grow to be able to respect their father, their mothers, you know, but you got some of the children, even they run the parents. So we have a lot of work to do. All the kids, all of them wants to be in government. You know what I mean? You want to be in government. You want to be representative. You want to be president. You want to be this. You want to be that. You don't have to be that. You can be a carpenter and still be you know what I mean, and be productive. But what we have to do, we have to make sure that we're pushing for the condition where the carpenters will be respected, you know, the plumber will be respected, the mason will be respected. Even Mom Fatou, who's selling in the market, because she sells. If she does not sell, who goes there to buy? How we will eat? You know, they're planting the little cassava leaf, they're planting the edo, the plant. So we'll be talking about everything that we saw, how the people living, you know what I mean? Go to Freeport and see the people how they live, where they're selling, you know? And regrettably, this is what you see. This is all you have seen. But there is something beyond that. There's a better life beyond that. We will not allow these people. So if you have tuning, now you're watching the We Too, our Liberians Movement platform, your distinct and dynamic platform that speaks to and for the masses. We are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Reason for this particular show tonight, I wanted to break it down for Mama Fatou, you know what I mean, Patamba, you know, Inte CNN, you know, Inte Klubo, Kolba Koli. I want everybody to be able to understand it because, in fact, those are the people that are suffering in the country. Those are the suffering masses, you know. And we want to make sure that even though, no, back then some of our people did not go to school, the tradition, they instill it in the children. You know, they work hard, send the children to good schools, and the children became better. What is going on? How can we be living in 2024 like we're living in the pre-dynastic? The meaning that we're living even before Liberia gained independence, when the country was not independent. You know, so there's a lot of work that we have to do, and that's why our trip to Liberia, we came back with first-hand information. You know, we saw a lot of stuff. When the people talk about, oh, someone that destitute, somebody that prostitute, somebody that beggar, somebody, you know, the man that criminal, the man that road, it is the culture, it is a way of life in the country. This is what people have seen. And we want a country that, we will rewire our people such that, the children will grow. Once we instill these moral value in them, our culture, reinstill our tradition in the children. You will leave your phone in your car, nobody will steal it. You leave your laptop in your car, probably somebody will bang on your door and say, "Oh no, you left your door open." This is the kind of Liberia that we're trying to reestablish. And unfortunately, the country was established on a poor foundation, bad foundation. So let's calm down, so that we can be able to make sure that this country, this Liberia means liberty, freedom, justice for all. Everybody should have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, meaning that everybody should have the right to go to school if you choose to. Everybody should have the right to affordable homes, good health care, you know what I mean? Yeah? You know what I mean? You should be able to have clothing, shelter, you know what I mean? And all that stuff. You know what I mean? But how can we do that? How can we solve the problem if we're not teaching our people? If we're not cultivating our people, meaning that we're not empowering them. No employment. Everybody got to work in government. We got to think about all of that. We'll be talking about that. How the people even going to work? Some people go to work whole month. They don't get paid. Months don't get paid. Month have to go sell in the market. Nobody to buy. You know what I mean? The children going to school. They don't have good the teacher's not even there. Because you got one guy who stopped in 9th grade. He's the teacher. So we need quality. We need to create a standard where people will go back to the teacher training institute. The primary schools will teach the children kindergarten. When you graduate from kindergarten, even you graduate from 6th grade, you understand the math to the fullest. You can construct a sentence. Then you talk about when you go to junior high school and then you graduate high school now. So if you decide to go to college, and not only our university, we need to strengthen it. We strengthen the university, and then we encourage investors now because the children will be creative. We have the resources there. But our people going outside, they're begging for money. They're selling our country, bit and pieces every year. All these concessions, I'm not going to go there because I don't want my mouth to not understand the big thing. They take our resources, your mountain, they give it to the people. They sell it for $1 million, $2 million at the expense of you people, of all of us. And the people drive on the road, go to Douala. They spoil the road with a BP truck. You understand me? So, Mafadu, all I'm saying, Makema, Patama, you don't sell your birthright. And you don't compromise, you don't allow the people, just because he comes to you, he gave you $5. This is an extension of European, when they say, craft to steal. Because they rob you so much, then they come to you and they act like they're nice. So we got to understand it. Because it's not only about you, Manfatu, it's about your neighbors. Your neighbors. So everybody is part of this. We all got to enjoy the national cake of that country. But the only way we can do it is for us stand together, unite, put the right person in place. You understand me? And teach our children. Make sure that our schools, I'm not going to sound repetitive tonight. So if you have tuning, you're watching the We Too Are Liberals movement, we decided tonight to come up here and break it down for our people. Because the country is in a mess. From the roads to the infrastructure. You see the people houses. Somebody's backyard, somebody's front yard. Somebody dig a septic tank. It's not even, when you see the land twisted some kind of way, and the water from your septic is going in the well. Somebody drinking it. People throwing the trash all over the place. Our children on drugs. And go see where people live. Not even conducive. I'm in conversation with a lot of these kids. And they have potential. So it's like, no, there is no hope for the future. So that's why the We Too movement wants to push this agenda where we're teaching our people. We're not here to say we're giving the children, we're getting bag of rice. 20 bag of rice, bring it to you, give you the bag of rice with oil. You eat it, you finish, you come back. We want you to be able to learn how to plant the rice. We want you to be able to learn how to go and cultivate the soil. Make sure that we dig the soil. What we know best. If you're a carpenter, then we'll find a way that we can strengthen you to open your your shop. You make furniture, and we begin to buy our own product. We support you. So if you can play rice, you're a plumber, so people will start creating their own businesses, their own companies, creating employment. And we want these institutions that we are talking about that we'll be preaching. We certify these people, and we will advocate that our plumbers, our carpenters, our masons, they all be paid well, so that they can be able to take care of the family. But you have those people in there say that the man say he's senator, the man say he's a representative. He represents you. He's not representing you, but he goes there to steal from you and talk about he's helping you. You don't have to go to his house in the morning, for your children's tuition. They need to make policy that will ensure that the children are going to school. Every children should be in school. No child should be in the street selling. Why? What are they selling? And they got their children, they send their children abroad. The children going to school, the best of schools. Why would we allow this to happen? And that's why we continue to re-elect them into office. I don't care. Some may not be very happy with me, but we have to speak the truth. The Bible, the same Bible that you read, Manfatu, Mankima, the Bible says he that knows the truth will set you free. So this is why the We Too movement will continue. We are not stopping. We will die for this, because we understand that a lot of the people out there, they have eyes they can't see. They got tongue, can't speak, ear cannot hear. So who will be the eyes now? We're here to open the eyes of the blind, give sight to the blind. You know what I mean? The deaf will hear, and those that have tongue now will begin to speak. It's time for us to leave from the horizontal and then rise up to the vertical, because our people are living, but they are dead. And we will continue to preach this message. This is our church. This is our ministry. We are not stopping until our people get the message, because the book says that faith comes by hearing the word. The more we keep saying it, the more we keep resounding it, we believe strongly that our people will get it. Again, if you're tuning in now, you're watching the We Too Are Liberians movement platform, your distinct and dynamic platform, the one and only platform that speaks the truth. we do not care about your economics, your social status, what you drive, what you have, because we know a man cannot be measured not by your bank account, not the car you drive, not where you live. The book says greater is he that's in you than he that is in the world. But let me close with this, and because I used that quote yesterday. Our sister Maya Angelou once said, she said that every time you see me, I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. You have a whole bunch of people that you represent, people that came before us. We hail from a lineage and legacy of incredibly, immeasurably great men and women. The people that came before us. When we talk about, even though those people were in America, not turn up. You got people like Robert Mugabe, those people came before us, Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, Kwame Ture, all those people, Dr. King. Those are people, we came from the lineage of those people. So we want to make sure we are producing children that will rise up. Now we see the wrong and say, no, we got to correct the wrong. And so that's why we say we borrowed this from Morehouse College, the fraternity creed that says that, no room for excuse, because excuses are tools of the incompetence used to build bridges to nowhere. So there's no excuse. Everybody needs to get into the trenches, start rethinking. Our thought process will have to change. Don't settle for less. Don't be sorry for yourself. The great Jesus Christ, who you talk about, he died 2,000 years ago plus. We're still talking about him. See where he was born. You know what I mean? We're thinking animals. See his earthly parents I just mentioned. His dad was Joseph. His mom was Mary. Did you see his triumphant entry into Jerusalem? And that's why we don't have to be sorry for ourselves. You don't have to be minister in Liberia. You don't have to be the president. You can be your own president in your way. Take care of your domain. And so the We Too movement, we're fostering and pushing this concept called the concept of I am, because we are. I am only doing good if you're doing good. Why you alone should have, 10-bedroom house, and then the guy next door cannot even afford a single bedroom. They're building trash all over the place, talk about they have houses. Those sites are not developed. No proper drainage. The sewer system is in bad shape. Don't even have it. Trash all over the place. I think I'm taking it a little bit too far tonight. Again, this is the We Too All Liberians Movement platform, your distinct and dynamic platform. The We Too All Liberians Movement platform. We speak to and for the masses. We're not in the business of manufacturing criminals. We're not in the business of manufacturing rogues. We're not in the business of manufacturing thieves. But we are in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. Globally, we're not stopping. We're going to push this. And we believe that strongly. The new Liberia is not far from reality. This is how I'm going to conclude this session. Thank you for watching. I've been your host, C.Ayiti Williams. I look forward to seeing you here. Please look out again. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, our YouTube channel. We Too All Liberians Movement. That is the We, WE2 R Liberians. You can type in C.Ayiti Williams to see a lot of our works, and we will be posting our flyers, to give you heads up so we can give you real first-hand information. Liberia is in her intertestamental time. And it goes back to the Bible, the time between the Old and the New Testament. We believe strongly that a Messiah is on the way. Sooner or later, a Messiah on the way, because we are raising champions. Those kids that will be as committed as Daniel, who was in the lion's den. We're raising kids who will be the new Nelson Mandela, the new Kwame Nkrumah. The new John, who was on the Isle of Patmos. Who understood the concept of I am because we are. So those are the kids and the kind of people that we want to produce, people who will be there, make sure they will lay themselves down, for the generation that's going to come after. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, I'm C.Ayiti Williams, and I look forward to seeing you guys following us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and the whole 9 yards. Thank you again. You have a great night. Bye.